Alright, what's up guys? So today I'm going to be giving you guys 10 simple basic reasons why you should be buying Bitcoin. Maybe today, maybe not necessarily today. Not financial advice, of course. These are my 10 reasons why I'm buying Bitcoin at this general time. Obviously, you know how the market works. It could go up, could go down, but I'm talking long term here. This is why you should be buying Bitcoin, alright? 10 reasons. Starting right off, we got the trend, okay? Simplest reason, the trend is simply up, guys. You can see I'm pulling up this chart here since 2011. It's basically just up and to the right? You can see it's very cyclical here, but the moral of the story there, the trend is your friend until the end, right? We all know that saying, and you can see the direction that this trend is heading. And if this trend were to continue, you know, it's putting us somewhere around here in basically, you know, 90,000, 100,000, it looks like, around early 2025, right? So that's basically one reason right there, just the trend, okay? The second reason, we have the halving, which kind of ties in with the trend, really. You can see these blue lines here that I have laid out. These are the halvings that have happened. You can see we have one in 2012, 2016, 2020, and we have a halving coming up next year. It's going to be approximately April 2024, right? Not going to get too in depth about what the halving is, but basically, you know, the amount of Bitcoin that's going to be added into circulation from the miners securing the Bitcoin network is going to be cut in half, right? And it happens approximately every 4 years, every 210,000 blocks. I'm already digressing, I don't want to get too much into it, but you can see what happens here. Again, this kind of ties in with the trend. After the halving, what happens every time? It goes on basically a parabolic run. Obviously, this is not a guaranteed, but there you go, just another reason for you to be at least interested in Bitcoin, right? Next, we have the BlackRock ETF, right? BlackRock, I think world largest, you know, asset manager. I think they have something like $10 trillion under assets. A little bit of construction going on around me right now. Apologize for that, guys. But this is showing major institutional interest in the cryptocurrency market, right? And again, this is not guaranteed that this is getting approved, but it's seeming like it's becoming more and more likely every day. And as soon as this gets approved, you know, massive ETFs in the US are all going to get approved. You got the ARK Invest, Grayscale, all this stuff, right? This is going to open the door for massive institutions to be investing in simple ways. You know, people, even more retail, people are going to be able to invest their 401ks, all that kind of stuff, right? So I'm not spending too much time on the ETF. I'm sure you've heard of that. That's reason number 3. Moving on, we have interest rates, right? We know interest rates have been ripping the last couple of years. They're trying to control inflation, all that stuff, but the market is looking like it's anticipating that rates are going to cut soon. The Fed's going to cut because, you know, things are getting a little tight here with, you know, regards to the housing market and kind of things like this, right? So this is typically what happens when the Fed cuts. You know, it's good for real estate, good for stocks, good for crypto, more easy money flowing into the system. I'm kind of ripping through this. I don't want to make this like a long video. Just want to give you guys my 10 reasons here, right? So that's another one. The interest rates probably coming down. This one also ties in. This is the inflation and devaluing of the dollar. We all know about this, right? Things are getting more and more expensive. All I have to really show you guys is this chart right here. This is USD purchasing power and currency in circulation. Purchasing power clearly been going down. $1 in 1913 is worth equivalent of 26.32 today. That's over 2,500% increase over the last century. Ironically, 1913, that's the date the Federal Reserve was created. No coincidence there, I'm sure. But you can also see currency in circulation. It's just increasing, guys, and this is not going to stop, right? They're going to keep printing money, devaluing the dollar in order to pay for things. The government needs to pay for things that it just can't afford, so they just print the money. more currency in circulation equals less value of that currency, right? So I'm expecting that trend also not to stop. Next one, number 6, this is kind of like a throwaway here, but just diversification, right? Everyone knows diversification is key when it comes to investing. So hey, why not put a little bit, invest even 1% into a unique asset class like cryptocurrency, even if it's a Hail Mary. That's how I first got interested in crypto. I was just trying to diversify my portfolio and eventually fell completely in love with it more and more. But that's number 6, just diversification. Simple as that. Number 7, we have government and state adoption, okay? So you know how in 2021, El Salvador became the first country to adopt Bitcoin as their legal tender, followed by, we had Central Africa Republic or some country like this, right? Which later, I think in 2022, they made Bitcoin their legal tender. It's another trend that I think is probably going to continue to increase. We have this city in Switzerland, town of Lugano, their legal tender. You have McDonald's starting accepting it there. You have other heads of state, like for example, Argentina president who just got elected. He's been outspoken about being pro-Bitcoin, so we're going to see what happens there. Even in Canada, the leader of the opposition, Pierre, he's been outspoken about how he likes Bitcoin. So really interesting things there. I've always said, 2020 was kind of that retail adoption. This next bull run, 2024, 2025, that's going to be your institutional adoption. Eventually, we're going to see that state and government adoption. That's what is going to be really the big key here. But now we're on, what are we? Number 7. So number 8 I have is my the on-chain data. Okay, this one is really interesting. I want you guys to take a look at this. I think I'm out here. Fuck. But you can see the long-term holders, it's increasing, right? Long-term holders, that's the orange line here. And you can see when we begin to start to moon, the long-term holders, they're dumping, right? Happens every time. Peak, they're dumping. Increase, they're stacking, and then boom, they're dumping. Increasing. Then they moon, they dump. Increasing here. Bullish, right? Simultaneously, you have the short-term holders, they're dumping right now. The short-term holders are selling. These are the plebs, right? These are the people who, they're FOMOing in at the top every time. Look at this. As the market goes up, they're FOMOing in at the top every single time. Boom, FOMOing in at the top. Like I said, these are the plebs, right? Here, we have them selling. This is bullish. This is pretty much like a direct indicator, right? When this goes up, you sell. It's pretty much as simple as that. Right now, these short-term holders, they're selling. They're FOMOing out. So there's some on-chain data. We also have addresses with like a non-zero balance. This is steadily increasing as always. There's lots of on-chain data here, guys. Address with, even greater than 1 Bitcoin is going up. Still, so this is super bullish. There's lots of on-chain data here on Glassnode here. If you guys want to, see, I'll probably do a full video going through all of this stuff. I can make a full video about this. I probably give, I could have broken this up into 2 or 3 different reasons why I should buy Bitcoin here, but I'm just going to kind of consolidate this all into one, which is on-chain data. So yeah, hopefully you guys, subscribe for more. I'm going to do an updated video on all of this probably shortly. And yeah, my next reason, number 9, is your freedom and sovereignty, right? I wanted to talk about this. We all know what happened, during the pandemic, freezing bank accounts, seizing funds from GoFundMe and this kind of stuff, right? Simply put, if your money's in the bank, it's not safe, right? You can have your funds frozen with a few clicks of a button. You're under complete control of the banks and the governments there. With Bitcoin, you have total control of your own life and your own wealth, right? It's one of the most difficult assets to seize, as long as you're doing it properly, right? On chain, cold storage, that kind of thing. Nobody can seize your funds. It's one of the most difficult things, right? Unless someone's obviously gonna put a gun to your head and say, give me your seed phrase, this and that. It's completely different. Again, this is another thing that I wanna kind of go into more depth into in another video, because I think it's really important. But there's go number 9. And finally, number 10, we have the community. The crypto community is just unreal. Simply put, it's just fun to be in crypto. The memes are top tier. Okay, like if you're not in crypto, I don't know. I mean, you're just missing out on so much great memes, great community. There's so much passion. You're gonna meet a lot of people. You're gonna learn just so much about different aspects of life all together. And yeah, it's just fun and cool to be in crypto. So guys, there's my 10 reasons why you should be buying Bitcoin. I have 1,000 more reasons, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like the video, if you guys join the community here. And yeah, I'll give you guys some more reasons, some more videos coming soon. So yeah, other than that, see you guys later, and peace.